natural. You and Jessica, y'all just came in and killed it.
I didn't laugh. You made me laugh. So I have not laughed this hard on I'm like, I couldn't stop. I'm like,
people say, girl, you just funny. I'm like, not really funny.
oh my goodness.
You have your own show.
That is amazing. I guess one of my questions was, how important has faith been in your entrepreneurial process, in building your family, and along your journey? How important has faith been?
I just feel like faith is already instilled in me because of the background, you know, from me, from childhood, being in church to now. So I think just the prayers from my grandma, my mom, just pushing me, saying, you can do it.
Yes.
You can do it. So I think that always stick in the back of my head that I can do it. And I just feel like I'm fearless.
Wow.
So can't nobody tell me, no, I'm not doing it. Or I can't get this. Listen, God, this is what I'm trying to do. So
I love it.
Come on now. If this is lining up with your will, you said I can have it. So
right.
I just go with it.
I love it.
You know what I see, and just on a side note, I see, especially in our Black communities, but especially Black churches, whenever we have our big events like pastoral appreciation, stuff like that, we always have fried chicken, rice, beans. You know,
make everybody eat.
Big healthy and safe. Big healthy and safe. Green beans. Who gonna bring the rice pilaf? I'm like, oh my God. And so, like, you know, have you ever thought about just even like coming up with some kind of campaign or some kind of program for our churches? Because I think that a lot of our churches we're just used to tradition, and we're used to pretty much the baked chicken, the fried chicken, the rice, the roll, and the cake, you know, and we don't know about these other options. Like, have you thought about something that you
said that? Like, literally, my bishop said, I want you to teach a class, and it's gonna start with my church.
That's good.
He's like, I want you to teach a class so people can know, like, what's healthy, what's not healthy. Like, why did you take this journey?
Right.
And I'm also gonna be doing like some sampling. Like, so I'm just gonna cook this big spread. They ain't gonna know what it is. They just gonna eat it.
Wow.
And we're just gonna let them see. You know what I'm saying? Because people have this misconception of a vegan. Oh, they just eating lettuce, or they just eating this. And I'm like, if you can put a whole hog or a pig in your mouth, why not just try this?
Exactly.
Because I know my cousin will say all the time, oh, no, I can't leave my meat alone. I just want to eat this. But you haven't even given it a try.
Right.
So I am putting something together, and we're going to start it with our church.
Yes.
And that would just be amazing.
Please let
Because people
us know.
have, like I tell my mom all the time, if y'all can go put all these pills, get all these shots or whatever in your body from the doctor, baby, you can eat clean.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
You can eat clean. So, I mean, just give it a try.
Yeah.
And I like what you just said, because so many times it's easy for us to go there and pop a pill. It's easy for us to go there and listen to the doctor and just have all this stuff going through us, and we don't know what that is. But having a cleaner option to go there and say, we know what we're looking at, especially when we're looking more organic and more clean type vegetables and fruit and everything. We know what that is, and putting it in our body, it's safer for me to go there and say that option is better than putting a pill, because I don't like taking pills for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So I always want to ask that, because I see that, you know, faith is your faith based, and I'm faith based as well. And I'm always like, you know what, I just see our churches, especially when it comes down to the area of finances and when it comes down to the area of food and nutrition. I think that's something, you know, we got the spiritual down. We can shout, we can pray, we have faith, but we have to really apply some of our some of these things that God is telling us, you know, how to eat and pretty much how to save and invest.
Because if you think about it, in the beginning of the Bible with Adam and Eve, they weren't out there eating it wasn't nothing but berries, fruits and berries.
You ever heard Adam talking about Mr. Chicken?
You heard them talking about they was out there eating no chicken.
He named the chicken. He didn't go through and eat them.
They weren't out there eating.
Come on.
They thought he mentioned was fruit, like the fruit.
That's all they had in the beginning. I mean, until they got to the New Testament. And then God told you, yes, you can eat this, but your life going to be cut a little bit short.
Exactly. We ain't going to live in no 300 years.
And you know, so back in the day, we used to live 300, 400 years.
I'm telling
eating
you.
fruits and berries and walking in water. They ain't had no Kool-Aid. Listen, they ain't had no ginger ale or nothing.
None of that.
You know what?
So if you think about it, and
that was the vegan lifestyle.
And then the body is already, it naturally heals itself.
Right.
So you popping all this stuff in your mouth.
Wow.
You can't heal. So you all you're doing is just, like if you have a headache, all you're doing is suppressing the headache.
Yeah.
So the headache might be gone for a moment, but then you ate that pill. What is it going to do to anything else in your body?
Exactly.
So if you got all these other complications going on.
grief.
So I don't do all of that. Now, if I got a real bad headache, I might pop a Tylenol.
Yeah.
Right.
But I try to do stuff the natural way.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the body is a natural healer.
Yeah.
So,
And I think sometimes I kind of reminisce, we lived in Sparta growing up, and I kind of reminisce going to my grandmother's house, sitting on her front porch while she shelling peas.
Yes.
And it wasn't no cell phones out. out. It was just people walking down the street waving, "Hey, how you doing?" It was so simple back then.
was.
Now we're tied to this and have to go here.
Social media, and got to do a like, and it's just it's so much.
my
And
God.
then the social media world is just so crazy. Now people use it for business, but you know it can be convoluted.
Exactly.
Assume you.
Man, so, speaking of family, because again, being a wife and a mother as well, how like sometimes people don't take that role as serious. Like when it comes to being an example for your children, is that something that you seriously work at? Is that something that you take seriously? Or you like, hey man, parents are just parenting?
I would say both ways. Parenting is parenting, because I mean, you just gonna have days where you just can't even control.
Correct.
Kids are gonna be kids. But I would say when I first started out as being an entrepreneur, I didn't know how to balance all this. Baby, I was falling all the way apart.
Exactly.
There was just a lot going on. I got to cook today. You know what I'm saying? At the restaurant for $12, $15.
Y'all get some of these cookies.
Didn't nobody give me a guide to tell me I had to do this.
Right.
So I'm just used to the day-to-day. When I didn't have a business, I could go to work.
Yeah.
I could plan my house. I already knew I was going to go to work from 7 to 7, 7 in the evening, 7 in the morning. So school clothes already laid out.
Yeah.
But the moment I became an entrepreneur, you don't work no 9 to 5.
No.
You working all the way around the clock. You thinking, you trying to do inventory, you trying to do this, you trying to pay that. So I had to learn how to balance.
Wow.
And I only learned this in like my last year of closing the bakery.
Yes.
I was trying to learn how to balance.
Wow.
Because I did not know how to balance at all.
That is so transparent. I think a lot of people they just think that okay, entrepreneurship is going to be just like a 9 to 5 job.
No.
It consumes. I sometimes I tell people
It's one eye open, one eye closed, literally.
Yes.
Sometimes I tell people it's probably if you're not disciplined enough, it's probably best that you stay on the job so you can have a life, because entrepreneurship, just like you said, is one eye open, one eye closed. You're thinking about, even if you're not working it, you're thinking about it 24/7. You have to make decisions. Okay, taxes, inventory, marketing. Where am I going to go? What's the lease look like? It's so much going to call. And somebody clowning me on social media. It's just too much. It's a lot.
It is.
But I think that right there, like I said, and kind of balancing the family part, and I'm glad that you got that, because that's something I struggled with as well, was the balance, because I had ambitions to grow the business, but I was realizing I was slipping on my
family
family.
lacking,
I'm like, man, I ain't spending time with my wife, my kids. She done went from 1 to 5, and where did that happen?
Yeah.
But I realized that the most important business is the family business. It's
is.
taking care of family as well.
It is.
Yeah. Were there any the reason why you started the vegan diet, was it just more so just a choice, or was it like health issues that you were, probably wanted to kind of help out or assist? Like what was that?
Well,
if you mind going into that.
No, I don't have any health issues, but I know Sean does. He suffered from hypertension, high blood pressure.
Me too.
And then I know my sister, she's had a couple of issues in the past or whatever. But I know I didn't know. She told me after I became vegan. But she stopped eating meat for about a year. And a lot of her issues dealing with cancer, a lot of that was reversed.
Wow.
And I said, okay, this is like, I can use you as my data.
Yes.
Because I mean, and it's all on paper.
Because vegan is more so like an alkaline diet.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, kind of not. When you go alkaline, they're sure enough going deep. They definitely don't do anything processed or none of that. So I don't think I'm trying to go that deep.
Okay.
I'm going deep, but not that deep.
Exactly.
Right.
I feel like I'm doing good for where I am.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I said,
So you get a little after
because I still like to eat, and I know
Right.
most vegan restaurants they still do like the Beyond Meat and Impossible
Correct.
Meat. So I'm not trying to limit myself.
Exactly.
Like, if I'm somewhere way in Florida,
You
baby, I
still
got
got to eat. Still got to eat.
So, I still
Exactly.
got to eat. So I think just the issues with my mom, my grandma, my aunts, like everybody got all these blood pressure, diabetes. I'm like, okay, something got to give.
Yeah.
Somebody got to change everything.
Right.
So I guess starting with me, outside of the mental clarity.
Yes.
Because I know with me just running here and there and everywhere, and me, like you said, going to go eat a cheeseburger, going to go eat this, and then I still feel bad after I done ate it, and I only ate one time out of the day. So I said, I gotta get better with my healthy journey, so I can be able to help my family, and I can help my family and help other people.
Wow.
Right.
I like that, man. Like what you said in the beginning, like in our community, Millersville, there's only one vegan option. I'm like, man, but I think just carrying this conversation forward, there are going to be other options that's going to be coming forward. And I think as we go then carry this conversation, it's my hope and goal and dream that other options come available so people can have other options, because it's easy to go down to the local. Millersville is First of all, we have so many fast food restaurants. I'm like, where in the world did all these fast food restaurants come from?
It's a fast food.
Almost capital of Georgia look like.
Right, it is.
But I'm like, we got to have other options as well. And just like that, I just commend you for starting that journey internally and praying that something birth even from you as well on that.
Well, let me ask you a question, because in my city, you know, the vegan, one of the vegan, well-known vegan person is Pinky Cole.
Oh my God.
With Slutty Vegan.
That is like my mentor.
Yes, I was about to ask you.
I love Pinky. Like I definitely,
Have you tried the Slutty Vegan?
I haven't been. My cousin and I'm been. I said I'm gonna go. Yeah. I haven't been yet, but I heard it's good, and I also want to go to Bar Vegan.
Bar Vegan.
The other one that she has.
The one at Pond City.
Have you been there?
I haven't been to the Bar Vegan. So maybe next time you come, you and Sean, we can go out to Bar Vegan. And Ferris, that'll be great. We can do all just a gathering at Bar Vegan or Slutty Vegan.
That's what I'm working on too. That's how it got birthed before I said about the YouTube. I want to travel around to do like reviews, like a vlog, like reviews of vegan restaurants.
That's smart.
Come on.
So all my cousins,
smart.
everybody getting their passport together. And so we said we're going to start traveling at least once a month. No, I don't know where we're going, even if we go to Macon, Atlanta, then we might fly out to Texas. So I've been trying to jot down places that we said we're going to hit.
Yes.
And I think that'd be amazing.
Do you mind if I give you an idea?
Yes.
So I was telling my wife, she was a self-proclaimed foodie. I said, just imagine if you had a t-shirt that said food critic, and for you, since you're the melanated vegan queen on the back, because now when you go in, you're like your authority as when anybody see a food critic come in, they're like, oh my Lord, like I've got to make sure everything's right. Yeah. But you can just go out there and let individuals know, hey, I'm going to be coming to Atlanta, I'm going to be visiting. Even the Slutty Vegan, because you have a following of over 30,000 people already, and kind of leveraging that right there.
And they're going to give you some free food.
Exactly. Yes. And because your opinion matters as well, because this is another business. I would say as a food critic, being able to go through and actually rate different vegan restaurants, I would just give me a t-shirt that says food critic, the melanated queen, 30,000, 30K plus or whatever. and I will call them up and say, hey, I'm going to be coming into X number restaurant today, and I'm going to be coming in and do a review. I'm probably coming between this time and this time, but I'm going to be doing a review.
I think that's a great idea.
And just sit there, taste this stuff right here, and even go through.
And you get your RV.
Exactly. Have your RV, get something, and you have your own rating system, like whatever the Queen's review. Okay, well, you get 5 Queen star, or you get 5 crowns, or you get 3 crowns, or this is taste, texture, color, whatever. I mean, like that could be, that's a business right there.
Because all of your followers, especially if they travel to Atlanta, they travel to Texas, they travel to Chicago or LA, you know, they'll know where you need to go because you already gave a review.
Yes. Exactly. Somebody need to create an app.
Look, maybe you have your group, even if you do it on Facebook. Hey, today I'm gonna be visiting so and so. I'm going live this or taking the pictures. I think starting small, just like you did with everything else, that could be something amazing. Like I wish I was into food like that. Cause I told my wife this a long time ago. I'm like, girl, I would just give me a big shirt that says food critic, because imagine if somebody, we work in healthcare. Imagine somebody came in and said, hey, I'm a healthcare critic, or I go through it and rate healthcare companies. When you're coming to do, I'm like, hold on, let's make sure let me try customer service right. Let's everything. But I think that may be something.
That'd be real good.
I like that too.
Yeah. Yes. Well, we're gonna end on that note, unless we're gonna end on that note. Kristen, we really appreciate you coming to the table, having this conversation. Guys, we really appreciate y'all tuning in again. This is the after show. Make sure you go through and like and subscribe and follow Kristen and everything that she's doing. Go through and encourage her to be that melanated food critic as well. Yeah. Go through, let's support her. And again, all of her information is in the show notes as well. And Kristen, we appreciate you dropping by the table.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The wrap.